for Year 10 Methods Pathways. We're going to look at exercise 5.5, question 13. So a cone and a cylinder both have the same height and diameter. The cone is filled with water, then poured onto the cylinder. To fill the cylinder, how many times must this be done? Okay, so we're assuming that the cone is smaller than the cylinder. Let's see why that is. Okay, so the volume of a cone is a third pi r squared h, because it's a third times the area of a circle times the height, okay, because it's a tapered solid. For the volume of a cone, so this is, this is the cone. This is a cone, this is cylinder. Cylinder, it's a prism, so it's pi r squared h. Now, can you see that the pi r squared is the same for both? Okay, so we compare apples with apples. The only difference between the first one and the second one is this is a third of that one, okay? So if I were to fill the cone with water, since this is since the cylinder is 3 times the size of the cone, you need it to fill 3 times. You need to fill 3 times, okay? Which would make sense. Now, for part B, it's a bit more complicated. The second cone, the same height, but twice the diameter. So the second cone has the same height, but the radius is now twice its original radius. So I'm going to put 2r here. H. The cylinder has the same formula. Okay. So let's work out what effect that has. So I'm going to simplify this. 2r all squared is the same as 2r all squared is the same as 2 to the power 2 r to the power 2, so 4r squared. So 4r squared h, when I expand it, to bring the 4 at the front, we've got 4 and 3 pi r squared h. So again, I'm going to compare apples with apples, oranges with oranges. So compare that. The only difference is the 4 over 3. So if I were to fill this up, this is actually bigger now. So 4 and 3 as a mixed number is 1 and 1/3. So I can see that I can't fill it completely up because the cylinder can only take up one whole. Not one whole, can only take up not all of the water in the cone now. It can only take up as much as if it has a third left. Okay, so if the cone is now a third full, it asks us what percentage of water in the cone will remain when the cylinder is full. Okay, so the cylinder's full, we've got a third remaining, a third divided by, and in terms of a volume, we've got 4 over 3, okay? So a third divided by 4 over 3 gives us 0.25, which is 25%. Because originally in the cone we had 4 over 3, but now we have a third left, so a third out of 4 over 3 happens to be 25%. Notice it's a bit confusing. I'm happy to go over in class later on. Hopefully that helps.